Hey Todd, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that you might be on your own for dinner tonight. But that's okay. You can just pick something up on the way home or fix something for yourself when you do get back.
Oh, are you feeling sick or something? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. But I guess I just thought that at 5 months of being pregnant that I would stop feeling so queasy. But it's basically been the same ever since I got pregnant. And it's pretty bad.
Oh, I see. Do you think it might be anemia or something like that?
I wonder about that myself. I mean, even my lower back is killing me.
Wow, I'm sorry you're going through all of this. It seems like you're having a worse time than when we had Jack.
I don't think you're too far off, to be honest. But it feels like my whole body is just punishing me for having a second kid. I mean, I've hardly even been able to do anything around the house. And I was thinking of trying to take off work by the end of the month.
I see. Well, I knew that you wanted to go to your parents to have the kids when the time came. I see. Well, I knew that you wanted to go to your parents to have the kid when the time came. But do you think you'd be better off going to them earlier? I mean, I just worry that you might need a lot of care if it's really this bad for you.
No, I think I should be getting better soon. Just a little longer and I know that I'll be okay.
I guess, but you've been saying that you're going to get better for a couple of months, and I'm not really that sure you have at all. I just feel bad because I'm at work all day, which means that when you do stay home, you also have to take care of Jack, and he's only 2. I'm just wondering if you don't think it might be good to be closer to your parents who can also do things for you while you're there.
I know, but I still have another 4 months of this pregnancy to get through. If I went to my parents' house now, I would just be sitting around there for months. Besides, I only needed to go to their house about 2 months before I had Jack.
I understand that, Vanessa. I'm just saying that if you really do feel this bad, maybe we should err on the side of caution, don't you think?
What are you saying? That I'm old or something?
I mean, we all get old, and that just means having to take more care when it comes to big medical events, like having a kid.
Well, I guess I can't really argue with that. And I do feel bad because I know I've been an awful playmate for Jack to have around. I just bet that he would like it if I took him to the park. But I've just been feeling way too bad for any of that.
Well, if you'd like, I can sure take him there the next time I'm off.
That reminds me, it seems to me like your office is keeping you really, really busy these days.
I know, and it's true. I also feel bad that I don't get to be home as much as I would like to.
Well then, I guess as long as my parents can be there for Jack while I'm away at their place, that would be great. Because it's already going to be hard enough for me being so far away.
Oh, I feel you there. You have no idea how hard it was for me last time when you were gone for those months. But yeah, you should take Jack with you to your parents so they can help you look after him.
Are you sure about that? I mean, I know that you work every day, and some days you don't get home until quite late. That's just another reason why I don't want to go to my parents' house until it's necessary. I just know that you'll have a lot on your plate.
I get that, and I'm really thankful you feel that way. But you need to take care of yourself and not push yourself too hard right now. But why don't you just ask your mom for some advice about this? I mean, if anyone would be able to say if this is a good idea or not, it's her.
You really think my mom would give a fair answer? Because I see her just saying whatever she needed to get me to visit her for that long. And I just know that if I tell her, it's because I'm feeling physically ill, that she would insist on watching over me. Either that, or she'll want to come here and stay with us to watch me.
I don't know how I feel about that. Not that I have anything against your mom or anything like that. Of course.
I know. I didn't think it had anything to do with my mom, really.
I was just thinking you'd be much more comfortable over there and out of the house. I mean, it just seems like you're struggling a bit over here, and if something happened to you while I was away, that would be the worst possible thing.
Man, you really are pushing for me to go back home this time, aren't you? I don't remember you being quite so worried about me the first time around, now that I come to think about it.
What are you talking about? I'm always worried about you. You know that.
Well, if you're really worried about me that much, then I guess you can put your words into actions and show me. For example, if you really do think that you can take care of Jack and the new baby when I get back, that would be great.
Of course. And when you do come back, I promise that I'll get some time off work so we can be together.
You really mean that? Because if you break this promise, I'm going to be very upset. Especially if when I get back, you dump all the child rearing for both our kids on me like you tend to do with Jack.
Okay, I get it. You know, I have a boss who is always telling me how his wife still hasn't forgiven him for taking time off of work after she had their first kid. So don't worry, I'm going to be there for all of us.
Well, I certainly do hope that's the case. Anyways, try not to come home too late, and make sure to buy something for dinner for Jack too, okay? Even just some fast food would be fine.
Oh, actually, I think I might be a little late coming back.
Oh, I see. Well, then I guess it's a good thing I didn't make any dinner after all.
I'm really sorry. I should have said something earlier.
It's okay. But you're lucky I'm trying not to get mad anymore. It just doesn't make me feel any better.
But I promise that I'll come home early tomorrow. I'll even make dinner.
Yeah, sure. You have a fun night, and I'll believe the rest when I see it. Hey, Todd, are you there? I was just curious if you had already gotten back from work. I sent some bags back home. Did you get them?
Yeah, I got them. Thanks so much for this. It's like getting meals delivered right to my door. And you even froze them for me too. Thanks.
Well, I was just worried that while I was away, you and Jack were just eating cheap, pre-prepared food.
Well, anyways, how are you doing? Are you feeling better? Are you glad that you went back home to do this?
I am, yeah. It's been so nice to relax and not have to worry about anything. Not to mention that my parents have loved having Jack around and are doing a good job of playing with him.
There we go. What did I tell you? I knew that this was going to be a good idea.
Yeah, I think this might have been exactly what I needed, to be honest. I was feeling so sore and stressed and sad, but getting all this rest has been just what my body seemed to have wanted.
Well, certainly that's good to hear. I just hope it wasn't a problem with our house. I mean, what if you come back here and start to feel lousy again?
Well, at least we're only a few hours away from my parents. I'm sure they will be able to take me back and forth from theirs. But anyways, I guess now that I'm all rested, I should probably just come back.
Now hold on there. I don't want to waste your parents' time like that. You should just rest there until you're sure that you've recovered all that you need to. And if you need anything from me, I'll just go to your parents' place instead.
You'll really come all the way out here just to see me?
Of course. But I think for now we're going to have to just get used to being apart like this. And I'll be sure to come by and see you before you have the baby.
Okay then. But then does that mean you'll promise that you'll come and visit me before I give birth?
Of course I will. You have my word. I just didn't want you to feel better, come home, feel sick all over again.
Thank you so much for thinking about me like this, Todd. You don't know how much it means to me to have someone like you.
Well, I feel the exact same way. Now, if you excuse me, I have a meal to enjoy from my amazing wife.
Actually, I was wondering if you and I might be able to video call for just a little bit.
Oh, I'm actually about to hop into the bath right now.
Oh, really? But I thought you just said that you were going to eat the meals that I sent you.
Right, I was just going to. But then I thought I'll just take a bath first. I just want to make sure that I'm really well rested tonight, so I was going to try and turn in early.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, that's fine. I guess we can just call it another time.
Yes, of course, and tell Jack that we're going to talk soon too, okay? Anyways, have a good rest of your night, sweetie.
Hello, Vanessa. Are you doing well? It's been a while since we last spoken, hasn't it?
Oh, Melinda, what a pleasant surprise. I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm glad to hear that you've been doing well. I was actually just reaching because I wanted to know if you were interested in coming to this little social club for new and expecting mothers. I know that you have one on the way, but I was just wondering if you wanted to come along with me.
Oh, that is so sweet of you to think of me. But I've actually gone back to my parents' house for now.
Oh, really? Darn. Then I guess that means it's just as I thought.
Sorry? What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I just mean that one of your neighbors was in my work the other day. I was maybe just doing a little bit of eavesdropping, but I had heard that you and Todd got a divorce, and that Todd even remarried. I was just so shocked to hear that, and I wanted to call and make sure that you were okay.
Wait a second. All I did was go home to my mom and dad to have a kid.
You mean that you and Todd aren't divorced? You just went back to your hometown to give birth?
Yeah, that's right. But did you really hear someone saying that Todd was married to someone else?
I'm sorry. I must have been mistaken. I guess I'm not sure why I thought that. I just jumped the gun on this, didn't I?
Well, I'm not so sure. Would you mind just telling me a little bit more about what you heard?
But you're there at your parents' house to have your kid, right? I just don't think that this is gonna be easiest thing to hear. I really didn't mean to let things slip out the way I did. But are you sure you want to know what happened?
Well, if people back there are talking about us being divorced, it would have to come from something Todd has done, I would guess. And that's exactly what makes me so worried.
Well, you're not too far off. But I really am sorry about all of this.
It's okay. You didn't do anything wrong at all.
I know, but it's just... Well, the person in my store who was talking about Todd said that they had seen some woman they've never met before coming out of the house pretty frequently. And that they hadn't seen either you or Jack in a long time. That's why people were starting to wonder the two of you got a divorce. Apparently, they were a bit concerned since it was always the same woman coming over.
I see. Well, I certainly didn't know about any of this.
And I really am just so sorry to be the one to tell you this while you're pregnant.
It's fine. I think I need some time to process all of this.
Are you sure that you're gonna be okay, Vanessa?
I think so. I just don't think the impact of what this really means has quite hit me yet. I mean, I'm so shocked that I've gone beyond mad and just into unfeeling.
Well, I understand that you've had a lot on your mind, but if there's anything that I can do at all to help or even make things easier, just let me know, okay?
Thank you so much, Melinda, for everything. I think the first thing I need to do is talk to my parents about this. Do you mind if I get back to you later?
Yeah, of course. And if I see that person come into my shop later, I'll try and get more details from them, okay?
Hey there, Todd. Are you back home already?
Oh, hey there, Melinda. Well, I'm done with work, yeah. But how did you know that? Don't tell me you've got people out here spying on me.
I don't need people to follow you around to know what you're doing, Todd.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was only a joke. You know I wasn't serious.
In fact, I know a lot of things, like how you've been bringing another woman into the house.
Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean?
I mean that you probably thought me not being at home meant that you could get away with anything.
But how? This doesn't make any sense.
Don't you know that I can see everything? Anyways, I'm about to get home right now, so I hope you cleaned up all her clothes. But there's no escape for you now.
Melinda, I just wanted to say how truly sorry I am for all of this. I promise that I will never ever betray you like that again. Just please don't divorce me. At least let us talk this out a little more.
Nothing you say is ever going to change my mind about this, Todd. We are going to be getting a divorce, and that is final.
But You're just about to have our second kid. You can't do this.
What does one thing have anything to do at all with the other?
Well, I just mean, how are you going to be able to raise 2 kids on your own?
You're acting as if I hadn't already been raising Jack all by myself. You're the one that's always apologizing for being too busy with work to help me. So in a way, I've already been taking care of 2 children this whole time.
Come on, this isn't fair. But if you want me to do more work around the house, then I can start doing that. I promise.
It's far too late for that now. You have had chance after chance to prove yourself, and you've always let me down. And now that you've gone and cheated on me, there is no coming back from this.
But you know that it's not going to be cheap with 2 kids to feed and clothe and take care of, right? So how are you going to make money?
You're right. I am going to have to make money. But you're forgetting that I was already making more than you when we were married. So I don't think I'll have too much trouble finding work. And my parents have told me that they would be more than happy to watch over the kids while I was away. So basically, divorcing you is going to give me access to the help and freedom that I never had while I was with you.
But your parents aren't going to be able to keep that up forever. They're not as young as they used to be.
I don't care what you have to say right now, because you were the one who went out and cheated on me. I mean, do you really think you're going to talk me down from this?
No, I'm just saying that I'll be able to be there for you in ways that you weren't.
Oh, you'll be there for me? Every month in the form of a child support check, that is. But I don't want you having any more involvement in my life than that.
Look, I know it was bad to cheat, and I know I shouldn't have done it, but don't you think this is taking it too far? I mean, I think you're just emotional from being away from home for so long. Besides, it's not like me and that woman were ever serious with each other at all.
Oh, so I should feel better about you bringing around some woman who don't even really care about into our house then. This is the whole reason why you were pushing so hard for me to go back to my parents' place from the start, isn't it?
It's not like that, I swear. Please. I explained all of this to you yesterday, didn't I? I told you that I was only going to be seeing this woman while you were away at your parents'.
But that's a lie. I got a message from her this morning telling me that she would tell me all that I wanted to know.
Wait, she did what?
She told me about how you two were already talking about getting married even before I went back home. She even told me about how you sent her a message yesterday telling her to keep a low profile since I found out about you two.
Wait, no. You really do have this all wrong. I swear, it wasn't a serious thing. You have to believe me.
What does that mean then? That you were just using the both of us? That you lied to get her to stay too? You really are just a sad, pathetic excuse for a man. Do you know that? But don't worry. I'm going to make sure that you have your day in court. I am going to take you to the cleaners for what you've done to me and this family, and you are going to be left with nothing. Mark my words, Todd. Our divorce had to be put on hold for about a month or so because I gave birth and needed to recover. Thankfully, the baby was perfectly healthy. This gave me the resolve I needed to see things through to the end with Todd. After I told him I had the kid, he drove all the way out to my parents' house, but they chased him off before he could even step out of his car. Realizing that he had no control over this divorce anymore, Todd started getting angry. It turns out that the woman he was seeing was a business partner of his. One day, he barged into her office and basically told all of her coworkers that they were having an affair. After that, I heard the two of them lost their jobs. I don't know what happened to Todd's other woman, but as for Todd, he was forced to pay a huge sum to me for his affair, plus child support. And then he lost his job. I heard that the court has found places for him to work so that he can pay down his legal fees, but that it's going to take a long, long time. As for me, when I first found out about Todd's affair, I was angry. More angry than I had ever been. But suddenly, the anger cleared and it was like a path had opened up in my head, telling me exactly what I needed to do. Although I was calm after that, my parents seemed to be angry in my place and cursed Todd's name anytime it was mentioned. It's a good thing I was able to calm down. because I don't know what I might have done to Todd if I had stayed angry. And with a baby on the way, that wouldn't be good for anyone involved. But either way, my children are safe and healthy, and I'm currently living with my loving and supporting family. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.